We set out to help people with our 60-minute miracle, but we never thought that help would stretch so far.
In this newscast, meet the man who's making a difference around the world.
Welcome back. Tonight we continue the TV10 and Jim Tapman's mobile home 60-minute miracle.
Our last miracle takes place right here in Acadiana, but as you'll see, the recipient is a long way from home. KLFY TV10 Eyewitness News anchor Julie Darcy has tonight's 60-minute miracle.
I need your help to help me make a 60-minute miracle take place. Okay. I'm here with TV10 and Jim Tapman Mobile Homes has this cash for $500.
Wow.
Do you know someone that could use a 60-minute miracle?
Let me think. Yes, I do.
You do?
Yes, ma'am, I sure do.
Who would that be?
His name is Mr. Eric Wawa.
Okay, tell me a little bit about him.
I met Mr. Wawa in the fall of 2007. He had just gotten to Lafayette as a refugee from the country of Liberia.
Danny went on to tell us the compelling story of Eric Wowo. When he was just a child, during one of the bloodiest civil wars in history, Eric was taken from his family in Liberia. He was captured, tortured, and beaten to be turned into a child soldier. After escaping from the militia, he spent the rest of his youth living in a refugee camp.
Can we go find him right now?
Yes. He actually arrived back from Africa this week, and he is staying in town with a minister and his wife.
Well, let's go find him.
Awesome. Let's go find him.
Anxious to meet this refugee from Liberia, our team set out to find him. We learned that he doesn't have a home, but he is temporarily staying at the home of a minister and his wife. Upon arriving, Danny was overcome with emotion.
To see someone who came over here with nothing and who took his time, who dedicated his life to doing something much bigger than him, much bigger than you, me, or anything else. So it's just, it's humbling, I guess.
I was sure at this point that I was about to meet a very amazing man.
Eric.
Hello.
How are you doing? Come on out here. I brought you a little present.
Really?
It's a little present called TV10. They have also given you a little present.
We met your friend today and we asked him if he had anybody that could use a miracle. Help us to create a miracle. And he immediately thought of you. And we're giving you, along with Jim Tapman Mobile Home and TV10, we're giving you this $500 cash.
Wow. Thank you so much. I'm just thrilled. I don't know what to say about this. Just came back from Africa, honestly. After the 14, 16 years of civil war, separated from family, coming down here, I didn't know what to expect. But when I got here, it's like God just placed me in the right place. The experiences I went through in Africa, my heart to just settle down and forget about my roots, where I came from, the difficulties, the hardship. And that led to the formation of what I call the Change Agent Network.
Through his nonprofit organization, Eric has changed so many lives back in his war-torn homeland of Liberia. He accepts donations of old computers, school supplies, and clothing, and ships them back to help his people. Eric calls it yesterday's trash, tomorrow's hope.
I'm just doing what I think I'm supposed to be doing, you know, changing the world with the little resources I have. It's not how much you have, it's really about what you do with it.
In Liberia, he built a computer training school, an elementary school, and he is almost finished building a high school. He has given up everything to give all this to his people.
It's something I have much, which is much, much more important than a house or a bed, and that is the hope that you have to give the world.
And Eric has given hope to all of the people of Liberia.
What will be the legacy we leave behind? We've all been called to be a model of excellence and hope to the world, you know. So just that alone, to me, is worth more than $1 million.
Eric, you're an inspiration to many.
I normally gather things that I call yesterday's treasure, tomorrow's hope from the people of Acadiana. And there's stuff that you have in your closet. It could be an old computer, old laptop, an old sewing machine, an electronic that you don't have use for anymore. And you think, well, it's useless, there's no use for it. But that could really be used to change people's lives in other places in the world where most of these things don't really exist.
To date, Eric has shipped 2 80,000-pound containers to Liberia.
And in his new home here in Acadiana, he has been a humble inspiration to many.
Just makes you want to do more, makes you wish you'd have done more earlier on.
I believe that's the most important thing that we all have to do. What will we be remembered for? What will be our role in the world? What will be the legacy we leave behind? Where will be our place in history books? We've all been called to be a model of excellence and hope to the world. You know, so just that alone to me is worth more than $1 million.
And of course, joining us now is the recipient of that 60-minute miracle, Mr. Eric Wowo. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And also with us is Miss Donna Tapman, and she is with Jen Tapman's Mobile Home. They also sponsor this program. First, let me tell you, you are such an inspiration. After living through Civil War and being relocated to here in the United States, you've made a world of difference to the people back home. How's that make you feel?
Well, I would say I just look at it as a kind of a burden, responsibility to, you know, to make a difference, and it makes me feel good about it that I could be the source of hope to somebody else out there.
Now, what is your next step? You have another shipment of supplies going back to Liberia.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I came back from Africa in January on the 16th, and as soon as I got here, we had another load of computers ready to go. The Harmon Parish government gave us over 200 used computers. So that kind of filled half of the next container already. So in the next 60 days, I'm looking forward to shipping another container to Liberia. And I may better 1 month back, you know, 1 month back. I don't know how it's going to play out, but I just, because it's capital intensive, it costs about $10,000 to ship one of those 18-wheelers. And that's the next project right now. So I should be leaving for Liberia by May.
And you still accept supplies?
Yeah, still accept supplies. Personally, we are almost full because it's just one container. I'm looking forward to the day I'll be able to ship 2, hopefully a year. But we have one going this coming May, and we just want people to know what's happening. These are stuff that people in America consider to be trash, but it's actually helping to change and transform people's lives back home in Africa and other places in the world. So if you have stuff you want to help, like folding tables, you know, projector cameras, laptops, school supplies, whatever you can do, you know, it's not about how much you have, it's about the heart that's behind the gift that makes the difference.
Miss Donna, you're with Jen Tapman Mobile Home. Why are you involved in this program?
Oh, I've been to Africa like 3 times, and I bring school supplies over there when I go. And I have a family that I support in Tanzania, and I enjoyed doing that. And I was so glad to hear his story. And nobody knows this, but before I leave, I'm going to give him another $500.
Wow, thank you so much.
Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
What a great morning to be in the studio.
It
So that's the first shipment cost.
That's right. You got another shipment coming.
Another miracle.
Another miracle
Another
again.
miracle right here.
This is less than 60 seconds though.
Less than 60 seconds. If you would like to help Eric in his mission in Liberia, please log on to the changeagentlive.org website, or you can call the number on your screen. Thank you both so very much for joining us, and best wishes to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Let's check in with Heath right now and see the latest on the forecast.
What a great story. Thank you so much, Sheila. Here's what it looks like.